Hey guys, welcome back to Total Tailgating at NTP. It's been a while since we've gone live. I'm your host, Brady Augustine. Behind the camera is my partner in crime, JR. Today we are making deep fried mushrooms with bacon ranch sauce. So I think it's time to get grilling, all right? Guys, what we've got here is a bunch of beautiful white mushrooms. These are, you could probably get smaller ones than this, would actually taste delicious too. All we need to do is powder these and get them laid into some flour. That's going to help the egg stick, and we're going to do this in a 3-step process, and it's going to get messy, which is fine by me, all right? So we're going to make sure and coat these in flour. And again, we're doing this right out at the site. So I'm going to cheat here. I've got a little bit of I got a bus tub back here, so I can kind of shake off the excess flour like that. Now we need to have some eggs. I got a half a dozen eggs. That's 6 eggs in there. And again, I'm going to keep a wet hand and a dry hand, okay? So I can do this job easily as possible. Toss these in the egg wash. I can do it the cheap and easy way like this because I just like to cheat anytime I can. And if you have this skill, the tossing skill, it comes in handy. All right, let's just make sure those are all coated in our egg wash nicely, just about like that. And then now what we've got here is we've got some panko style Italian breadcrumbs. I think I might in just a second kind of embellish the breadcrumbs because they've got their own seasoning in them. You can leave them just as they are. For me though, I think I might throw in a little extra garlic powder. I've got some oregano, and then we're going to toss them. I want to get them in there, get all my seasonings on. You want this breading to be seasoned because otherwise the mushrooms don't have a huge amount. They've got a little nutty flavor to them, which is great, but they're not going to infuse a huge amount of flavor. We want to make sure and add and embellish that flavor if we can. Let me just clean up just a shade here.
While you're cleaning up, DM has arrived.
DM, good to see you, buddy. Facebook man. I'm going to add to that. I'm sprinkling this on. I'm going to add a little garlic powder. You know that we like smoked paprika. So I'm going to add some of that. And of course we garnish with that as well. It adds a little bit of color. And just a shade of oregano. Again, this is Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. You can get whatever kinds you want. You can get plain ones and season them yourself entirely if you'd like. I'm not actually going to throw in salt because I don't like salt going into my grease. All right, now look at that. That looks pretty good already. We're going to give that a toss. We want to coat everything. And I also make a huge mess is what I just did, but that's okay.
While you're tossing, Josh Simon is here. I don't know if Josh has ever
been to I think I remember Josh. Yeah, well, it's good to have you either way. And guys, let us know what your favorite mushroom recipe is. Favorite thing to deep fry too. I mean, man, we're having a good time. All right, guys, that looks pretty dang good. We want to coat everything. Let me give it one more toss. I just want to make sure. And again, I can get in there and do that with my hands, but I've already cleaned my hands up. It's really quite easy. These are ready to go into our basket. If you don't have the whole basket set up, did you have somebody on?
Well, Josh says he's from Greenville, South Carolina.
Hey, that's right. That's right. I remember you, Josh. Good to have you. I hope you're grilling too right now, my man. We're having a good time out here. There is, I don't know if you can hit the sky, but there is the threat of a thunderstorm today. So we were a little concerned with all this grease, with a bunch of oil, and we've had shows. Well, we didn't have to shut down a show, but we did have to move a show inside because we were getting ready to cook and deep fry, and it rained on us.
And
but
there's something about water and oil that
does not seem to work so well when you're grilling. All right, okay, guys, I think we're ready for this. Let me see. We got to make sure our oil is at 375. And I've got the propane burner here, which is super, super convenient. Guys, if you don't have one of these, many of you probably do, but they are so convenient and nice. And they can heat that oil up so doggone quick. Unfortunately, look at this. My thermometer got pulled out. Let's see where we're at here. Let me check, see if it'll work for us. Because my thermometer came out, and basically we're getting errors on all count. So we have to do this the old-fashioned way, which is kind of look at the grease and see if it's glistening on top and moving around a little bit. And it looks like it might need a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and heat it up. And then we can always drop one in. Oh yeah, that's all I need. All right, guys, we're ready to go ahead and do this. Drop those in there. It's only going to take 3 or 4 minutes, okay? There is a little bit of moisture in there. Let that cook off a little bit. And it should only take about 3 or 4 minutes. While we're doing that, we're going to make us some bacon ranch in 3 to 4 minutes, guys. Making your own ranch is so simple. I got 1.5 cups of mayo right here. Throw that in. Now all we've got to do is add to that about a tablespoon. You can do this to taste. This is white wine vinegar. We're going to add that in there. And the key ingredient then is about a teaspoon. Again, do it to your taste of marjoram and give it a stir. Now we've got our base. And you can add any flavors you want to that. You know there are tons of different chipotle ranches, bacon ranches that are out there. We're going to do bacon ranch today. And as we're doing that, we've got the base made. And I'm looking at our mushrooms over here, and they are already looking toasty good. May have had the oil just a little bit hotter than I thought, which is just fine. I can back that down. And let's chop up some bacon for this. You can see the mess I made earlier. And we just fried off the bacon earlier. All I got to do is chop it up. Super simple. Because we know our mushrooms are already done right over there. All right? Let's go get them. Look at that, guys. Oh, that is looking good. All right, now with the basket, it's got the little lip. I can go ahead and hang that up there if I can get it on. And let those drain. I'm going to cut off my heat. I don't want them to cook anymore. And finish making our bacon ranch. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reserve a little bit of that as a garnish. The rest is going to go straight in there. No excuse for not making your own ranch. Now, you can add sugar to this. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt. I'm not going to add sugar to this particular recipe. Now, we want to add a clove of garlic. You can throw in garlic powder. It's no big deal. But I'm going to throw in a clove of garlic. I just hit it with the knife. In case you don't know this technique, just hit it with the knife, and then your garlic clove is going to peel super easy.
McQuaid came.
Hey, McQuaid, what up, man? Man, I have not been talking to you as much as I need to. We are making deep fried mushrooms with bacon ranch sauce, all right? Now, in case you don't know, the way to mince a garlic clove is exactly the same as dicing an onion, okay? I can slice it across one time here, just like that, okay? Now I'm going to turn it, give it a slice all the way across, and then just like you dice an onion, let's do it this way. Just like that, guys. All right? Now, if you want, you can rock chop this, which is basically just put your hand on top and mince it up a little bit finer if you need to. And that is going to go in our ranch as well. And before we stir this up, I've got a few more things I might add, but I'm going to go ahead and take these off, our mushrooms, and let them start to drain. I actually have a couple paper towels. Ooh, I almost lost one. Whoa, that would be a travesty on a fine day. Would have been ruined by the loss of a mushroom, but we did not. Now look at, guys, look at this. Those are perfect, and we literally have been here. This is supposed to be a half-hour show, JR. Isn't this supposed to be a half-hour show?
Usually.
We're going to be eating in like 15 minutes at this rate, all right? Now, I'm going to add, even though this is for garnish, we've got a little chive that I just pulled out of my yard, which I do quite a bit on this show. I'm going to add that in there as well. You can do garlic powder. There's the smoked paprika. And I do want to add a little black pepper to that, okay? And guys, this ranch is going to be better than anything you're going to get at Buffalo freaking Wild Wings or anything like that. And look at how fast and easy it is to make. All right, now this one's got bacon bits in it, so you can see as, you know, previous episodes, we've made this ranch before, haven't we, JR? We've done it a bunch of times. But with the bacon, we usually put it in a squeeze bottle, which is super, super convenient. Can't do that with this one, and that's fine, because we got those bacon bits in there. So if you want to make a little chunkier ranch, that's always a good thing, too. Throw your peppers in there. Anybody else make ranch out there? Am I the only one who makes my own ranch sauce? Seriously, guys. Come on. Get skills. McQuaid needs to get out there. I want to see... All right, I got a challenge for McQuaid. I want you to videotape yourself making your own ranch sauce, and we will put it on the next episode. We'll do a produced episode, and we will put McQuaid making his ranch sauce. So let's talk about it one more time. This is just a cup and a half of male white wine vinegar. I did about a tablespoon. You do that to taste. Put in your marjoram if you want to do garlic. Put in a little bit of sugar if you like that, especially McQuaid's got kids, so they might like that little bit of sweetness. That's always a nice touch. And then throw in whatever else you want. If you want to do a bacon ranch, do a bacon ranch. If you want to do a chipotle ranch, throw in some chipotles. Super, super simple. All right, guys, I cannot wait to eat these mushrooms, but we've got to have a pairing first, all right? So we decided today with our mushrooms, and JR suggested this, so my partner in crime needs to get the shout out for this. Oh, hang on. I forgot one thing for the ranch. I got a little liquid smoke because we've got a bacon ranch. I don't want to forget this, so I'm going to throw that in. I'm just going to dash this just really quick. All right, couple dashes. I don't need much because we've already got smoke and saltiness from the bacon itself, but I do want to have a little bit of that smokiness, and that's just liquid smoke. You can buy at your local grocery store, and many of you use it all the time. I know I use it all the time. It's really got a nice color to it, actually. It's got
DM's asking about butter.
Butter in the ranch?
I guess.
I don't do butter in the ranch, but DM, if you do butter in the ranch, let us know how you use that. I'm very intrigued, and it sounds like a good idea. It'd give it a little bit of creaminess, and I love butter. I'm from Wisconsin, so if it's dairy-based, I'm all for it. All right, guys, let's pair this up really quick. What we have is Blackstone's Brown Ale, Nut Brown Ale, and we thought, JR said, with the nuttiness of the mushrooms, a Nut Brown Ale might be a nice choice. And I'm very intrigued to give this a try. So we're going to go ahead and pour this out. Our mushrooms are draining. We got a Nut Brown Ale on tap. Well, it's not really on tap, but...
You tapped the bottle.
We tapped the bottle, yep. And we're pretty much ready to go ahead and assemble our plate, guys. Let's swing over here and get ourselves some mushrooms ready to go, all right? Let's throw a bunch. We want a big serving of these, all right? Never mind the fact that all of my flour from before is laying all over. I think it's time to go with all of them on this. That makes a nice plate, guys. The presentation, guys, you eat with your eyes too, right? So all of you super, super veteran grillers out there, make sure to keep in mind how you're plating these things up. Let's just splash that. Bacon ranch, we made it ourselves. You can brag to all your friends, hey, I made this. I didn't buy this in a grocery store. I didn't go and get a jar of it from the restaurant that sells it aftermarket in town that's been sitting in a bunch of preservatives. This is made by me, all right? That looks pretty frickin' fantastic. All right, now, remember, we reserved some bacon bits. We're going to get those bacon bits on there because DM, hey, I got to ask DM a question. Am I doing wrong by adding bacon? DM, please tell me. I will stop if you tell me that I'm doing wrong by adding bacon. I don't think so. All right, chives, guys. We got to throw a little. We want a little color on there, just as easy as can be. And again, if you've got these things growing in your garden, you don't have to buy them at the grocery store, and it's the same daggone thing. All right, let's put some of those on there, which has a really delicious flavor too. Smoked paprika is going to just add color, but also a little bit of flavor, and that smokiness is perfect for this recipe. And I think with that, folks, we are ready to give this a try. JR, can you tell them how to get to our Patreon page while I nom and nosh a little bit? All right.
If you are enjoying our shows and want to contribute and help us make more great shows, you can go to patreon.com/NTP. And even if you can only afford $1 a day, we would really appreciate it because we're trying to get Sling Studio so we can have more camera angles and do more things for you guys. Is it hot?
It's hot. It's hot, but it's perfect. I think I wouldn't change a thing.
That's not something we often say. A lot of times we will pop it in our mouth and think,
I don't usually hit that.
Done this.
Well, I've been surprised at how good the recipes have been here on Total Tailgating.
How does it pair with that nut brown?
Really, really well. Yeah, you can definitely see sort of the parallel between what's inside. We've got that delicious breadcrumb, the bacon, the ranch, and all that. That's great. But the mushroom itself has that nuttiness. This is actually a perfect pairing. Well done, JR. and I need to eat some more. So I think that means the show is at a close. But guys, this has been a great episode. I've really enjoyed this. It's been a super short episode, probably. I'm not looking at the time. But think about it, guys. You can literally throw down a plate of delicious deep-fried mushrooms, stuff that you can brag about. I made my own ranch. I made my own bacon ranch. Yes, I did all the breading myself. And it really doesn't take any longer than freaking 10 minutes. Now, you can, yes, go to a restaurant and buy this stuff for uber amount of money, but this was it's probably one of our cheapest episodes as well, right? It did not cost us very much, okay? Much of this stuff, you guys, if you have bacon in your house, you got mayo in your house, you've got a lot of these ingredients already at home. So we're going to go ahead and finish these up. I appreciate all of you guys for jumping on. This has been a lot of fun, and the rain has held off, which is always a plus. Guys, we'll see you next time on Total Tailgating.